Hello everyone, this is Crypto Brains and this is the special edition to let you know what to do after this market dip. So first of all, before beginning the analysis, I would like to say about the previous analysis. Actually, I have discussed this thing in our previous analysis that goes out around 6 or 7 hours ago. That went out at 6 to 7 hours ago. Yeah. In that, I had mentioned the price was at this level at that time, and I really thought that this was the bottom. And I mentioned that there is a good possibility of the capitulation day. Okay, there has been a good possibility about the capitulation dip, and I was even telling that I had even mentioned, especially this candle, that we might see a dip like this, a very long wick, capitulation wick, okay, and then a small body. That's what we are really seeing here. And I mentioned that the we will end up in this zone. Exactly, that's what happened. So if you look in the hindsight, it's exactly what I have told you to do in the trading plan. But things become really dangerous when you see the big large candle at the 30K and there has been no point of stopping. So you might imagine that it may go to the 20K or 10K, something like that. In that moment, you need to trust your plan. Actually, this is not only a capitulation week, it was a golden opportunity, it was a lifetime opportunity to earn the big money. Let it go now anyway. Those who had caught up this dip, congratulations, because the price is now trading already above the 40K, and this is already up by 34%. Bitcoin up by 34% from the bottom. What else do you need? it, it would have given many profit to many individual, but actually when all this happened, I was traveling, going to the another state, and that's why I was not active at that time. Even I missed this opportunity, though my solana bids got filled at around 28 or 29 at the average price, and they are really doubled for now. But for Bitcoin, my bids, I haven't placed the bids due to the same reason that I might catch it manually. So I missed this point, catching the BTC or ETH early on. But yeah, I have bought. Then later when I got to the place, I bought it near 36 or 37K, something like that. So that's all, and now let's begin the price analysis. If you look at the chart, it has a strong support zone from 35K to 30K that held really well. It is just touched and then bounced back. Now we are back at another strong support, now the resistance zone, that is the 40K to 40K 42K zone. And I now really believe that crypto will continue to up and up from here. But it might not be the journey that happens in a day or two. It may take time, 1 week or the 2 week. So your purpose should be to buy in the dips as much as they get while the Bitcoin tries to reclaim its previous price action to the previous price levels. So I have heard it a lot of time when the price was at 32K or 33K that this is the bear market, this is this. But I hope you listen to my advice at that moment. I literally told you to not sell and only buy and buy, because it is going to be a lifetime opportunity. Those who bought at around 32K will have their BTC at least 3x when the BTC will hit the 100K levels. Okay, It was a good opportunity, really good opportunity. It has been the best opportunity since the last COVID crash in March 2020 last year. With all that said, let's make a good trading plan from here. Okay, so what I really expect now is that it may range here for some time, holding this 37.5k levels approximately. It acted as a good mirror zone in the past, and somewhat ranging here, or it may even be some down, then bounce back above really fast, because it really have a lot of buying pressure in this region. There is huge demand in the market. All leverage longs and shorts are closed now, and it's really clear situation now, no more complications. So if you get the price anywhere between this level again, it might not happen, then think that it is your luck and simply buy it, no argument. Okay, and now if we are looking forward, that after ranging in this region, it will break this zone, and when it breaks this zone, it will be back in this zone, then another series of the resistances, then breaking this zone, then another series of resistance, then breaking this zone for the new all-time high. But when you have so much resistances overhead, it's never easy to recover or to reach the previous level so early. So it may take its own time, it may take even weeks, okay, to reclaim those levels. But I really believe if we got some good bullish sentiments from the markets and the outside the markets, then we it will help us to reclaim these zone or levels very easily. With that said, so plan is to buy anywhere BTC dip, or even if it breaks above this, if it is dipping below, you should buy it, because it's really a gift at the current levels. Okay, now let's look at the ETH chart. Actually, I have been traveling, so I don't have my Wi-Fi access for now. If you look at the 8th chart, it had even broken below this level of the 2000. Okay, and now it's trying to break this 29k to 3000 support zone. Okay, so what and how we should play the Ethereum is that it's for sure, one thing is for sure, that this zone, okay, let me mark it. This zone is really good support zone, and then okay, and then below it is 1980, which act as a good support zone. So if you are getting the 8 somewhat here, it would be a good deal to buy it at these levels. But if you look at the overhead resistances, BTC recovered well while ETH is still lagging, and it is clearly indicated from the BTC ETH chart where it is up by 6%. So if you look at the current thing, this 3200 is the major resistance to reclaim and to be broken now. Okay. Okay, so that was the thing, that it is quite far from the broken support zone as compared to the BTC. BTC is showing strength at the current levels. Okay, so we need to reclaim above this 3200 to 3400 zone as mentioned before to continue rallying, and that would be really good for the alts. One thing I want to show you that is really interesting and that is worth noting is this V-shaped reversal. this V-shaped reversal is the indicator that how much bullish forces or demand is there at these price levels. So I really believe the Ethereum to continue for the next support, sorry, resistance zone of 3200 3400. Okay, that would be step by step, breaking this level, then this level, then going there. So it won't be fast, or it won't be a recovery that will happen in a day or two. That may take week for properly reclaiming those levels. But one thing is sure, that if you buy at the current level or the below, if you had bought at the below levels, you would have already been up by 50%, 40%, 30%, and that is going to be up by 200% or the 300% till the time they hit the new all-time high. Okay, now let's look at some of the alts that I really love to watch. One of them is Solana, as usual, because it is really one of the strongest alts I have even ever seen in my career. The current price action is so much bullish that this 40 support zone is so strong that it is not even broken down by that big dump. Okay, it completely retraces back above 40, and it's currently trading at 47. So if you look at the current chart, it's just, you know 15 or 16% away from its new all-time high. So any alt who had done really well in this dump is the Solana. One is Solana, and second I think is the Matic had already also done well. Okay, so after Solana, this Sushi. One thing is really good for the Sushi again, although it had broken below this broken resistance zone, but it is holding this support level really well. Okay, so if you are looking, if you have bought at these levels, that's wonderful. If you haven't bought at those levels, no worries. Okay, wait for the dust to settle and you can buy it in this range. Not now, let the dust settle for one day or the two, and let's see how the price action unfolds and make our plan as per that. Don't go in hurry today itself. Okay, if you had bought below, then it's fine, but if you haven't bought below, there is no need to hurry now, because the price change is not so much than before the dump. So if it is the case that you haven't bought below this week, in this week, if you haven't bought in this week, there is no need to jump into right now or too early. Don't do the FOMO thing that all people are making money, you are not making money. Okay, wait for the situation to be clear. There might be possibility that it might range again and again in this zone, and you might get price at the lower levels. So point is to have a good risk to reward ratios while trading these alts, and for that I would really recommend to buy it as lower as possible, waiting for the price action to unfold. And actually most alts have dumped by 50%, I guess. Kusama was a real surprise because it had dumped around almost 66%. And this was the alt I really bought at these levels because it stayed at these levels longer than the other coins. Let me show you the chart. It stayed at these levels, and I really bought at these levels. Then I think this was the error in the Binance charts and the Binance servers. So after that the recovery is really good and almost V-shape. One big difference between the March 2020 dump and this is the March 2020 dump happened in the bear market, this happened in the bull market. Okay. Second difference is the March 2020 dump ended with a big dump not followed by a V-shaped reversal. It took many days, weeks to recover to the previous levels and even breaking above that. But if you look at the current price action, it's clearly the V recovery, the V-shaped recovery that's really good and showing the strength of the bulls. That is the clear indicator that this is really a bull market. It haven't been converted to the bear market. If anyone is saying that, I really don't trust him, because the price action is not showing it as a bear market. What kind of bear market do this type of price action, what kind of bear market do this type of price action? It's already up by 124%, okay, from the bottom. Looking at how it had done something similar to this KSM, so almost same analysis. Oh, this, yeah, my trading stops got hit because I haven't expected this much dump. But even if I show you my today's, leverage trading portfolio, net profit and loss, it's running in profit of around 10% of the total account because of the tips I bought in the below levels. Okay, so it's same as the KSM, and after breaking above this range, it's really good, and it was almost at the all-time high. So I would really love to see it again at the all-time high while buying it lower. So this was my main hold, Sol, Sushi, KSM, up, dot, ETH, and almost all of them are performing really well as compared to the rest of the market. Okay, let's discuss the LTC also. Someone asked about the Litecoin analysis. I think network is not working today. Phew. Ah, yeah, I guess someone was asking me today that where he should buy the LTC, and I told him the 220 levels because it was a good mirror level. That is both support and resistance level, but it had bounced even lower. I remember one of my friend today bought it at 160, almost 160. So it was actually a good support at this level. So even if you haven't bought it yet, I don't recommend personally to getting into LTC, but if someone is an LTC fan and he is obsessed with only buying LTC, for those individuals only, once the LTC reclaim above this level and then ranging here, then I think you can buy the LTC. But LTC or Litecoin is not showing as much strength as the other major coins are, that is Sol, then Sushi, then AW, then KSM, and the DOT. So I would recommend those all, but if you're LTC fan, you can buy it in these levels. And also, this is the basic analysis. If you want to let me do the special analysis for a particular coin, just let me know in the comment sections, in the Telegram group, and in the discussion section in the Discord community. I will be doing the complete at least 1 hour analysis of all the odds you want to discuss, so that you can have a fair idea that how you can play and utilize it to your maximum, utilize it to your benefit. If you look at the LTC also, it's below more than 50% now. So when it will be back to the previous levels, it will be already 200% for you. So it's a big money making opportunity at the current moment. Those who got early have already started making good money. Those who haven't got into, just wait for the price or the picture to be clear and just buying somewhat lower when it dips a bit. Okay, so this is the trading plan, and also let me know about the odds you want to discuss. I will chart them for you. Thank you.